Hello, this is Mr. Jarrett, and in this video tutorial, we are going to be learning the circular sketch pattern tool. So the directions say that we're going to be creating a new part. We're going to be drawing this big circle, putting some dimensions in, using the polygon tool to draw your triangle up here at the top, and then eventually we are going to circular pattern this around the middle. Okay, so I'm going to pull this to my other screen, and in SolidWorks, I'm going to create a new part. And I'm going to make sure my units are in IPS if they haven't already. Okay, so now we're going to be sketching on the front plane. So I got my sketch tool and select front plane. And now I'm going to get my circle tool, click on your origin, draw a big circle, and let's dimension this to 2.25 for its diameter. Then we'll go and get the polygon tool, and here we want to change the parameters to 3 so you can make your triangle. And the directions say that you want to use a circumscribed triangle. So remember, a circumscribed triangle is going to have a construction line circle on the outside. So I'm going to move up here to the above the origin and just click and draw. Okay, as you can see that circumscribed, we have our construction line on the outside, which is good. Then we can go ahead and dimension this. So it says from our origin up to the middle. So I selected that middle dot. That is a total distance of 0.875. 0.875. Then it has the construction circle being dimensioned. So you can select that construction circle, and that's going to be 0.25. So you might be wondering, well, why isn't this fully defined? Well, that's because we can still move this. Okay, you can see it can still flip and rotate and everything else. So what we actually want to do is select one of the lines and make that a horizontal line. Okay, and then we want to select the top dot, hold in Shift, and click your origin, and we want to make that vertical. Okay, now that will lock it into place up here. All right, so once it's fully defined, now we can go up to where it says linear sketch pattern, and we want to select the drop down and select circular sketch pattern. Now for this, it's going to ask us what is the parameter, like what do you actually want to rotate around, okay? How many times do you want to rotate around, and what is it that you actually want to pattern? So first off, let's change this measurement to 12 times, and the entity that we actually want to pattern is going to be our triangle. So select the 3 different sides of your triangle, and since you didn't select anything for the parameter, it automatically selects 0.1, which in this case is your origin. So that's why this worked out well. Okay. Then I'll hit the green check, and it should be fully defined because you define this one, but SolidWorks likes to confuse us a little bit. So if we actually click and hold on a dot, you can see that there is a center point or a point right here that is no longer locked on our origin. So in order to get this fixed back up, you can just click and hold on that dot, just drag it into your origin, and you notice it will make it coincident, it'll lock it into place, and now these are fully defined. Okay, so you have your measurements, you actually have the number of patterns here, so if you ever wanted to change this, say to like 10, you could actually change this and it would automatically change the amount that you patterned. It's a very easy tool. It's very helpful when you're making something like a wheel or something that's cut out multiple times in a circle. Okay, so here I can hit the return sketch. You can go up and save this, and you can name this circular sketch pattern, and you can close out and move on to the next activity.